This is Eldorado do Sul, or rather it was. The entire city is now underwater, and residents have been told to evacuate, uncertain of when or if they will be able to return to their homes. This family decided to stay, fearing that looters might break in and steal their remaining belongings. However, once the water recedes, they plan to move elsewhere, as they no longer feel safe in Eldorado do Sul.
Tinha amigo meu que há 20 anos atrás ele me disse que ia acontecer isso.
A friend of mine told me 20 years ago this would happen, and we didn't believe it, but it's happening. I think it will happen because the river passes here. It goes all around. It's not the river that is off its course, it's us who are in the river. So the situation is going to get worse. We believe this is happening because of the climate situation. We are preparing to leave. We will not stay.
This climate expert says the state of Rio Grande do Sul is particularly prone to extreme weather events linked to climate change, as it's located right on the boundary between the tropical and polar zones. Too much rain won't be the only problem.
People had an idea in the past that rains were well distributed in the state of Rio Grande do Sul, but in reality they are now concentrated in specific periods. We're going to see an increase in rainfall and, at the same time, periods of water scarcity leading to prolonged drought processes.
According to a recent government report, nearly 9 million people living in almost 2,000 Brazilian cities face a high risk of flooding and landslides. And there are growing concerns about the safety of these populations as climate change makes extreme weather events more frequent and severe.
The Environment Secretary of Porto Alegre says the city is working to eliminate its carbon emissions by 2050, but acknowledges that even a successful worldwide decarbonization would not be enough to halt the climate changes already in motion.
There are a number of projects to encourage this shift in the energy matrix and transportation, and at the same time, work on the agenda of adaptation, resilience of the city. Because we are indeed going to have more and more extreme events with intense heat, landslides, storms and rains. And unfortunately, this is what we have been experiencing here in Porto Alegre in Rio Grande do Sul.
As the latest flood in Rio Grande do Sul developed, a group of geographers used a boat and a drone to map the flooded area more precisely, to better inform rescue and relief operations in this and future events.
Então a gente tem uma imprecisão para eles saberem se precisam.
There is imprecision for them to know whether they need to go by boat or by land. In this regard, we are trying to improve the flood area, to facilitate their work. What we empirically observe and studies have proven is that we will increasingly have a sequence of events with greater intensity and frequency.
Polls show a growing awareness among people around the world about the urgency of slowing climate change. Right now, nowhere are those concerns greater than here in southern Brazil. Paulo Cabral, CGTN, Porto Alegre, Brazil.